Namo Buddhaya. Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry I've been away. Last week I didn't put any video content on my channel. I just wanted a week off and just wanted to read some books and focus on my practice. Also over the weekend I went to Western Sydney. I reside in Brisbane, but I went to Western Sydney for a Metta, it's called the Metta Centre, and they were holding a convention, Metta's Loving Kindness, for those of you who aren't aware. And I got invited by one of the laities. They paid for my flights and looked after me and made sure I had good accommodation and everything, and absolutely tremendous person that person is. You know who you are. Thank you very much. Really appreciated it. And there was a reason that happened, and it's evident to me now why that reason occurred, because I got so many positive things happened over that weekend. Obviously an abundance of loving kindness was there. Also got to meet many good people from all walks of life, from all different areas of the globe. Many nuns and monks, Buddhist, and we're all from different areas as well of Buddhism. You know, there was Mahayana, there was Theravada, there was Vajrayana, there was Zen monks. So there's a very diverse range of Buddhist people all coming together over the weekend. It was held in Bankstown in Western Sydney, and it was just such a lovely event. The energy there was just such a beautiful, warm energy, very positive vibes throughout the building, and I took a lot away from that over the weekend. A lot of things that I need to work on myself, a lot of things I learnt in regards to talking to a vast audience, a large audience, things that I need to work on in those areas, and more importantly, things I need to work on as a person as well, when it comes to loving kindness, having more compassion towards others, having more of an altruistic outlook on things as well, not expecting anything in return when I do any act of loving kindness or compassion, and doing it as a selfless act and expecting nothing back in return. And of course, values of equanimity as well. So we call those the basically Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upekkha, which is loving kindness, compassion, altruistic joy, and equanimity. And we class these as the four Brahma Viharas, or you could also call them the four divine abidings. And there was a lot of talk on those topics over the weekend, amongst other things, but predominantly the talks were based on loving kindness, and the energy in that room, it was such a lovely, warm feeling, and it made me realize how much work is needed for us as humans to develop into more lovable beings, more caring, more compassionate, especially myself as well. There's a lot of things that I realized that, you know, life is very short. We live a very short life as humans, and we're very fortunate to be born as humans in this life. So we need to try and make the most of it and live such a good, wholesome life, you know. This can be difficult, you know. Aversion and hatred can easily come to the surface in situations in our life, and it's how we look at things that's very important. And I feel that what I obtained from this Metta Convention over the weekend was just you couldn't put a price on it, you know. And fortunately enough, this convention was also free. It was also funded, and these people, the organizers, just did such a terrific job of compiling all this together, and having all these monastics and ordained nuns and monks coming together, and just the way it was conducted was just absolutely wonderful. So very grateful for that. Some things I took away from the 2 days. Obviously, I need to work on things myself when it comes to regards of loving kindness and compassion towards others. But also learned some other things as well that people were talking about. Like, for instance, there was a nun that brought something to the surface that I've never actually done myself, and now I'm going to start implementing in my day-to-day life, which is when we do these random acts, or it shouldn't be really random, more consistent acts of loving kindness and compassion towards ourselves and others, and even people we don't know, and just spreading this loving kindness and all around the globe to everybody, all creatures and everything. And when we do this, at the end of our day, we should actually reflect ourselves, and we should look and just think, what have we done today that is positive? What have we done to perhaps improve somebody's mindset, or garner some love into other people's lives, or even ourselves? And just reflecting. I think this is something I've never actually done before, this self-reflection, and just looking back at the end of the day and thinking, it was a good day, and I've been a good person, a very wholesome person. And even if we haven't been, and we can notice these negative things and maybe things we need to work on, I think it's good to reflect at the end of the day and look at ourselves and think, where's room for improvement, or be grateful for things that we've done. So I took that from that particular nun. I thought that was very important and of much value as well. There was people from all, like I said, from all different parts of the globe, like America, Canada, Mexico, Taiwan, Korea, Thailand, Japan, Australia, of course, Tibet, China, all different areas and different modalities as well. Different teachings that the Buddha's taught us. And although we've taken different areas and different paths that we've chose to go down, we all have one thing in common, and that is Buddhism and the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha. Although some different sects of Buddhism, we've chosen different teachings of the Buddha, different areas to concentrate on, but at the end of the day, we all have one thing in common, and that is understanding what the Buddha's taught us, how to live our lives in such a wholesome, positive way for the better, and also with the hopes of, obtaining enlightenment, liberation. There's so many good things. So although we might not look the same in the sense where our robe colors may be different, our suits or our dress sense might be a little different, we're all essentially under the same umbrella of Buddhism. And this is really important, I think. And, it's a very rare opportunity that we can actually come together as Buddhist people and monastics and share our knowledge and wisdom and life experiences, not just as Buddhist monks and Buddhist nuns, but even as lay people, before we were monks, and experiences that we've had. I think these are they hold so much value in so many different levels, So one of the things in this Metta Centre, one of their I suppose you could say slogans was many rivers, one ocean. And I thought that was such a beautiful way to explain the weekend that I just had, everyone coming together. Although there's many different paths or many different rivers to go down, essentially they all lead to one ocean, one big ocean, and that is the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha. So really just a lovely experience, something that I'll remember for quite some time, and it's definitely affected me in a positive way as a person, as a human. And hopefully now I can move forward in my practice in the aspect of loving kindness and caring for people and lessening judgment, not having judgment on things that I might not agree with, or things that might not be going my way, and just understanding that we need to have such a universal love and kindness and compassion for everything, for all beings. We don't know what everybody's going through. Everyone's going through different things, different ordeals in life. But as a wholesome person, I feel like we can do the best we can as individuals and harness this positive energy towards everybody. Okay, so beautiful weekend. And just quick thanks to everyone, if anyone's listening from that convention over the weekend. Thank you very much, especially the organizers. They really went above and beyond, just making it such a very well organized and wholesome weekend. There's no other word for it. Just a very good weekend. Such powerful energy. It was very nice. Very good experience. Anyway, moving forward, I just wanted to make this video just to explain about the weeks ahead. I am full of energy and revitalized from my week off, and I'm ready to make some more videos for you guys. So this week, after getting home last night, I checked my emails and I realized that we now have an abundance of Q&A sessions ahead of us. I've got lots of questions which are now backlogged from you guys, so I greatly appreciate that, and I will adhere to getting to those as quickly as possible. I'll probably do a Q&A session tomorrow, so that will probably come out Wednesday, and then I will do another one. So we'll do 2 Q&As this week. Usually I do a guided meditation and I do an unguided meditation session this week. I'll probably leave those out this week, as we have got some guided meditation videos on my channel now, quite a few of those. So any of you guys beginning or even intermediate meditators, you can always jump on those guided meditation sessions, and hopefully that will keep you on the correct path until next week, and then I'll do another guided meditation. I think it's probably wise that we do a couple of Q&As, considering the amount of questions you guys have. I do request if we can kindly try and keep the focus towards meditation and Buddhism questions. I'm getting some questions that, they're not bad questions, but I'm not a psychologist. I'm a Buddhist monk, so I can't answer some questions. I will answer all the questions, but some of them I can't really get too much into depth with. Being a Buddhist monk, marital problems and relationship issues, things like this, I try not to go into too much, but I'm more than happy to guide you in the right direction with some suttas that the Buddha has laid out for those particular questions. Okay, so I will do that. And what else is there this week? I have something exciting for you Sri Lankan people this week. So possibly Wednesday evening, maybe Thursday, I'm not sure yet. I have to double check. But there is a Buddhist that is going to do a singular Dharma discussion for you guys. So obviously I'll introduce that. That will be in English, that part. And then there'll be a singular discussion, a singular discussion for you guys. And this particular monk has got an absolute wealth of experience. He has been ordained as a monk for many, many, many years, since a young monk, and he has such a vast knowledge of Pali. He can speak fluent Pali. He can understand the Pali at a very, very high level. And he's a very, very knowledgeable monk. So I kindly asked him if he'd like to do a Dharma sermon, and he was more than happy. So that's a good thing. For you English-speaking people, unfortunately, unless you're proficient in Sinhala, you probably won't understand it. But in saying that, I'm quite sure that YouTube might be transcribing that, and we might get subtitles. Don't hold me to that, but that could be a potential thing that could happen. And yeah, so 2 Q&A sessions we'll do this week. We'll do a singular Dharma discussion, probably based around meditation. I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm that. And I think we'll cover that this week. And obviously each day, as of tomorrow, I'll be doing also shorts as well, just one short per day. Just a bit of a motivational factor, I think. I'll do some very motivational shorts just on maybe loving kindness and compassion, and just gentle motivations, and good positive energy for us to have as we start our days, if we're going to work or whatever it is we may be doing, and we can use these things to gear us into a positive direction. Okay, so I'll leave that for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for allowing me to have a week off last week. It was very refreshing. I do thoroughly love making these videos for you guys, and as my subscriber base, it looks like you're all enjoying it as well, so which is really good. My intention of doing this channel is to spread Buddhism to the Western people and English-speaking people as much as I possibly can, because Buddhism flourishes in the East, in countries like Burma, Thailand, places like Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and some parts of India, and some other areas. Buddhism is like very, very popular, but unfortunately here in the West it's not getting enough attention, and I'm trying to do it in a way that isn't boring and it's exciting, and more importantly we can understand it. So I haven't delved into any more complex topics yet, because I just want to slowly get you guys involved in some meditation techniques to understand mindfulness and how our mind is just absolutely crazy and chaotic, and how we can sort of fine-tune this and understand how the mind operates, and then we can start doing some mindfulness practice in our meditation, and this will improve so many facets of our lives on so many levels. So that is my intention, and hopefully we're on the correct path. So again, I'll leave you guys for this evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. As you can see, tonight I'm in the library. It's storming outside here tonight in Brisbane, so I didn't want to do it in the Dharma hall because it can at times be quite loud. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Sukhi hotu. May you all be well and happy, and until tomorrow, I'll catch you guys. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.